What's going on, guys? So we're going to make this video as positive and short as we possibly can. I'm going to get straight to the points, and I want you in the chat to tell me your current feelings of Gran Turismo 7. How do you honestly feel? What we want to do here, our goal of this video, is to talk about the things that we have a problem with and hope that it spreads around and there's a similarity with things that we don't like. I'm going to get to what you see on the screen in a second. There's a similarity of things that we don't like, and Polyphony can look at those things and hopefully fix it. We want this to spread around so they know what to fix. What I'm starting to get from Polyphony and Gran Turismo 7 as a whole is that there's so many people complaining about different things, I feel like they don't know what to work on. So this most recent update has made the game even worse, breaking force feedback for all direct drive wheels. It's not entirely broken. There are workarounds. I did post a guide that made my force feedback a little bit better, but let's get real. It doesn't feel as good as it used to. And the update before that changed Group 4 to where now it feels like we're playing an arcade game. It genuinely does. Group 4 does not feel where it should. It feels completely different than Group 3 or Group 1. It's becoming more on that arcade side. And that's okay if they want to do that, but I feel like they need to stop messing around with the physics. And there's just too many physics changes, force feedback changes. It's hard as a casual for someone like you or me, if we don't play this game every single day, constantly coming back maybe once a week to a game that's completely different. Like, let's say you love the Group 3 Corvette, right? And then you come and you play the game, the Group 3 Corvette is completely different than it was a week ago because now they've changed it. It's gone from snap oversteer to tremendous amounts of understeer. And that's not how a racing game should be. Like force feedback should just stay the same. The physics should stay the same. There's going to be people that are going to complain about it, but they need to stick with something and stop moving it around constantly because the game is just so different all the time. And we all don't have time to keep adapting to a different game. And hopefully you guys understand, you agree with that. But when I go drive my car to work, it doesn't feel different yesterday as it did today. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get locked in to something and then just keep it going. I really feel like they need to work on that. Now, another problem that we're having, and like I said, let's try to keep this positive here. I'm going to get to this message, but the cheating that's going on now, there's no fixes for Daytona. In the very beginning, Daytona had track cuts. They put up boards there and then they removed them. Now there's track cuts again, so people are cheating. The lobbies are still broken. You can't change tracks with the lobbies. People now have discovered a glitch where before the race starts, when it's counted down to the 3, 2, 1, they're actually going before the race even starts. So someone's like 10 seconds ahead of you. The margin of gap when you start a race is too large. So everyone is like so far away. So there's no close racing anymore. The list is massive. And not to mention the push pass technique that's being used in World Series events where people are just pushing each other out of the way so they can get passes. And yes, I remember talking to Dodge Lamb and some of the other guys. I know that you're going to do what you have to do to win those races. And I know that that's where the game is right now. If you want to win, you got to do it. I get it. I understand that. But what I'm saying is all of these little things that I'm talking about are adding up to make the game unplayable for casuals. And casuals are kind of the most important part of this game. Right now, we're suffering. We're suffering in sport mode races where you go in, you're an A+ driver like me. I'm racing B drivers. You know, I'm talking like 6 B drivers in a 14-player lobby. I mean, you can just see that obviously there's not a lot of people playing this game, and there has to be a reason for that. So if you guys will notice, I did a statistic that was done by you. You guys voted this. Over 1,000 people voted. And I asked, choose what describes your current feeling of Gran Turismo 7. 22% of you said that you're enjoying the game. However, another 22% said that you were bored and you have moved on from the game. Now, another 23%, which is more than all of the other stats, said that they wish that the weekly races change more often. And what does that mean? That also means that those people are getting bored because there's not enough variety in the game. So that tells me that if I was Polyphony, I'd be looking at this, be like, hey, maybe we should start changing the events every like 3 days or so. The point is something needs to be done that's going to cling these players back to, wanting to race again. People are obviously bored. If there's 3 combos that they don't want to race, they're like, screw this, I'm not going to race for the week. And now we have just lost a ton of players and it gets very boring. You're racing the same people. And it's not just Americas, guys. It's not just the Americas. Even on the EU side, I go over there and I race sometimes. It's the same people. It's the same exact lobby that is for that top split. It's always the same. There's not that many people playing. It's the same names all the time. And when you're looking at a game as large as Gran Turismo 7, you're expecting to get a big pool of players, a lot of different names in. Like, I know a lot of you older guys that have been racing like I was back in the GT Sport beta. We would see different names all the time. There'd always be, like, I'm talking like top split names. You would race one and the next one would be completely different. You might have one or two people the same, but it would change a lot. And it's becoming to be the same thing. And what I'm getting at in this video, and also what you're looking at in the back, I told you I would get back into this. The reason why you see this is another problem with the game, is that my internet currently right now, I want you to see this black screen like this. I have it set up like this for a reason. So right now my internet is down in the area and I can't play anything in Gran Turismo 7. So since my internet is out, I can't do anything. The only thing I could do is go into the circuits right here and just do some crap like this. I can't even watch old replays that I have. Everything is just locked into being online. That's another stupid thing that they've done. And I know we've all complained about that, but in a situation right now where if I want to do some qualifying or if I want to just watch some replays or something or do some livery design, I can't do anything. It's like the game is just completely broken just because I don't have internet. And it just really seems like there's been poor choices that have been made across the board. And I want to see Gran Turismo 7 grow and become, better and better and better. But it just seems like it keeps taking a dive in the wrong direction. And I don't know why that's happening. I don't know, like, who was thinking in their right mind at Polyphony to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and knock force feedback down by like 50% and then just change physics so everyone can just get used to the game again. Who's doing this stuff? And honestly, just the fact that they haven't even fixed the lobbies to where you can just change your track. So if I want to make a lobby like I used to, like, look at this. It just says something went wrong. Why is it doing that? Why is it saying something went wrong when I'm sitting here? The game already knows I'm offline. It says offline mode in the top left side, but it's going to keep popping up with this. Like, it shouldn't be refreshing like that. It's just, there's so many small bugs. The game is just so unpolished. And you guys be honest. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I've seen too many bugs. Maybe it bothers me too much, but I'm not making this video for me. I'm making this video on behalf of the Gran Turismo 7 community that wants to see this game prosper, that wants to see this grow, because I want to see it grow. I want to see it get big. I want to love racing in this game. It's aggravating to me booting up iRacing and sitting there and waiting. I have to do like a 40-minute qualifying session and sit there and I do one race in 2 hours. And it's kind of like a longer process. I've always loved the idea of the simplicity of Gran Turismo, that I could just boot in, do a daily race, go back into it again and, kind of keep moving with it, right? But they're making the game unplayable at this point. I didn't stream last night and I'm not streaming today because I feel like the game is almost unplayable for me. I have not adapted to the new force feedback yet. It feels too weird. It's awkward. I need time to adjust. It's not fun for me to play and feel miserable like I can't turn the car. It's just, that's not fun. And I feel like it's more important for me to be honest and be productive and make a video about how I feel about it so Polyphony can come and look and hopefully people can agree with what I'm saying and the game changes for the better. Because all I want is I want the game to get better. I want it to grow. I want you to get better. I want you to become faster in the game and have fun. And at the end of the day, if we have a long day at work, we come, we sit down, we have a blast driving like a Dodge Viper around the track or whatever. That's it. Like, I don't want anything out of that. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know about any bugs that you've seen. I'm really, really curious. I will be trying to reply to all of your comments. I'm very, very curious what you have to say about this. But anyway, with that being said, hopefully I can get a stream in on Friday, guys. I actually have a surprise that I'm gonna try to do this week. I can't tell you what it is yet, but I do have kind of this little surprise, and you will see that later in the week. But anyway, guys, I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you next time.